Every Pokemon fan, no matter how much they love the series, has some Pokemon that they don't like. Whether you don't like Charizard because he's too popular, or you don't like Simisear because, well, no one likes Simisear, we all have unique opinions on this subject, just like everything. But when you find a Pokemon you don't like, it's particularly disappointing when it comes from an evolution of a Pokemon that you enjoy. Like, you find a new Pokemon and you think it's really cool, you catch it, it starts evolving, and you're so excited, and it just becomes kinda poopy. This is always one of the worst experiences in a Pokemon game, which is why today I have decided to design some new evolutions for Pokemon that I don't like the evolution of. I'm going to address what I don't like about these Pokemon designs and attempt to rectify them with an update to their design or with a new looking Pokemon altogether. This is all in good fun, of course, so don't get too offended, but if you do, be sure to leave tons of comments below because that actually helps me out. You know what also helps me out? Being sponsored by the amazing sponsor of today's video, Manscaped. Manscaped is all about making sure you look and feel your best, which is why their performance package is specifically put together with tools like the Lawnmower 4.0 body trimmer that will keep you nice and trim all over. But they also want to make sure you get nice and clean and smell amazing with their new ultra premium refined body wash. Not only is it infused with aloe vera and sea salt to give your skin a perfect mix of a good cleaning and a soothing hydration, but it's also scented with a cologne quality fragrance to keep you smelling amazing even after stepping out of the shower. It's also been formulated to work well for all skin types, is paraben and cruelty free, so no harsh chemicals, and it even works well in tandem with the Lawnmower 4.0 body trimmer. Since the trimmer is waterproof, you can take it in the shower right along with your body wash to get clean and get trim all in one go. And you can even do it for 20% off plus free shipping with the link in my description and the code HoopsVGM. It really doesn't get any better than that for what you're getting, to be honest. So step up your grooming and shower game today with Manscaped, and a big thank you to them for supporting the channel. Okay, now it's time to get into the Pokemon. As is usually the case for me with these kinds of videos, these designs were drawn by Alestiva076, who you can find on Twitter and Instagram, and I highly recommend checking him out with the link in the description because, as always, he obviously does great work. With that said, which Pokemon are we going to be looking at in this video, you might be asking? Well, we're going to look at a few, starting first with Herdier and Stoutland. If you watch my channel, it's no secret that I really kinda despise Herdier. I mean, it's literally just a dog with no attempt at making it more Pokemon-like whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, it is by far the most unoriginal Pokemon that we have ever seen. So I wanted to take a shot at making him a little more original and showing what can be done when you put even just a little creativity into the plain as heck canvas that is this Pokemon. And of course, since I'm doing Herdier, we will also take a look at its evolution Stoutland as well. So this entire line of Pokemon are based on Yorkshire Terriers, so it's totally fine for them to be normal types, and it's also fine for them to be a little more basic as just your typical Route 1 Pokemon. But that doesn't mean that we can't have some fun with them either. Just from a surface level perspective, it's really easy to do some basic research on the Yorkshire Terrier breed, and when I did, I found out that the Terrier breed gets its name from the French word terrier, or terrier as it's probably pronounced, which means burrow. Terriers were originally bred to hunt small pests like gophers that themselves dwell within the ground, so these dogs were designed to be able to sniff and dig in order to find those pests. So I thought, this isn't even that deep of an inspiration, but it's also a great excuse to make Herdier and Stoutland part ground type, so they would be normal ground and give them just the little bit of pizzazz that they so desperately need. With that said, this is what our redesigned Herdier looks like. And I know what you're probably thinking, he looks like a goof. I'm very aware. But also, can you just imagine this guy just waddling around like the chonk that he is? That would be adorable! Even something as goofy as this is way more interesting than Herdier, in my opinion, because it gives the Pokemon some actual character. Design-wise, he looks like a chonk because he's the middle stage and he follows the cocoon trope that many middle stages often employ. The different sediment patterns on its body are also meant to resemble the colors of a Yorkshire Terrier, and he even has a little shovel tail. I mean, come on. Then, when it evolves into this new form of Stoutland, I think it just adds the perfect dash of, ooh, that's cool, to Stoutland's design to really make it so much better. We've still got the ground themes with the shovel tail and whatnot, which is now more like an excavator claw, and it actually looks mostly the same, just again, a little more interesting in my opinion. It's amazing what the slightest bit of inspiration can do for a Pokemon's design, and I think that this is a classic example of that. Next up is a new Pokemon, and that would be Cinderace. Now, I also have another series that's been ongoing where I give all the starter Pokemon different final evolutions. So, as to not conflict with that eventual video, this will be more of a redesign as well as opposed to a full-on new Pokemon. When it comes to Cinderace, the thing that I really do not like the most is how basic the approach is. The concept of a fire bunny that's also a soccer player is a pretty cool concept, but Cinderace illustrates that in the most straightforward, uncreative way possible, and it's just so disappointing. It doesn't really feel to me like they tried to blend the different elements of this design together in a way that looks natural like they've done for other Pokemon. They kinda just forced them together and said, okay, that looks good, when in reality, at least in my opinion, it doesn't look good because it feels kinda clunky and just not creative at all. With my redesign, as you can see here, we kept the general vibe of Cinderace, but added in that sense of trying to make the design feel more natural and just look way more interesting in general instead of basic. In my opinion, this design is just way more interesting to look at because even though the base look is the same, it's specifically made to look interesting and flashy and cool, a lot like an actual soccer player as a matter of fact, instead of just kinda boring like the official design. Again, all in my opinion. I know for a fact that this is gonna upset some people. Another thing I did to this redesign, however, was give it the electric type, making for a fire-electric dual type. This typing is what I originally predicted Scorbunny would become when we were first introduced to the Galar starters, cause the soccer player thing already seemed apparent, and I felt this would translate well into the electricity that one feels when playing in or watching a game. The fact that all three Galar starters were also monotyped was another slightly boring element to them, so it goes along with our idea of just trying to make Cinderace more interesting, and I feel like we were able to come up with a design that I personally enjoy just a bit more than the official one. This next one will be our last Pokemon of the video, but it's one that I have also felt strongly about for a while. Similar to my problem with Herdier, Beartic is so ridiculously vanilla in terms of its design that it's actually kind of offensive. It really is just a polar bear with an icicle beard, and that's pretty much it. And as you can tell, I really just do not like it when they really don't make much of an attempt to give Pokemon some originality or character in their designs. It's made even worse in this situation though, due to Cubchoo being amazing. Not only is it cute, but it has the unique sick aspect to it that makes it so charming and endearing, which is what Beartic severely lacks. Additionally, I've always thought that a golden opportunity was missed here to make Cubchoo's evolution into an ice poison type, because not only does it fit the concept perfectly, but that's also a type combination that's never been used before, which would give Cubchoo and its evolution just that much more appeal. With all of that in mind, this is the design that Alestava and I came up with for an alternate Cubchoo evolution. This one is a little more of an original Pokemon compared to the other two, especially because of the added typing, so I decided to give this one his own name. This is Frostnot, and it's what Beartic should have been all along. There's just so much more character and charm and personality and general interest with a design like this, in my opinion, and especially because they had everything going for them to start with Cubchoo, I just have no idea why they decided to go in such a basic direction instead with Beartic. In my opinion, that was a mistake, so if I would have been in charge at the time, this is what I would have done for Cubchoo's evolution. So there you have it. Those are some new versions of Pokemon evolutions I don't like that I think would make them much better. I'm sure you all have some opinions on this one way or the other, so be sure to leave those in the comments below, and leave a like as well and subscribe if you enjoyed. It really does help. With that said, I will be back with another video very soon, so until then, as always, thank you so much for watching, I love you all very much, and I will smell you guys later.